ladies and gents. Happy Friday. Hey, scaling a business is hard to do, especially if you're trying to do it by yourself. So if you're interested in growing your business, taking it to the next level, then today's the show you want to watch. Let's just jump into it. Let's do this. Here we go.
Shut up and sit down.
The Business Bros Podcast was created for you. Learn from the business professionals who come to share their stories. Find out what's working in business, on social media, what's hot and what's not, straight from the mouths of successful entrepreneurs out there doing the real work. And now, welcome to another episode of
Business
Bros.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Fire. All right, let's do this thing, ladies and gents. Let's jump into this. Look, when you start a business, you dream of earning six figures, and then you diligently work at achieving it. But like the old saying goes, more money, more problems. And if you find yourself in need of time to enjoy that success that you've worked so hard to get, then today's episode is for you. Today's guest is going to bring us, today's guest brings a full service team to help you scale your business while giving you back precious time. They can handle marketing, operations, admin duties, and more. And I'm excited to talk business with today's guest, the CEO of Sophie Zollmann, host of Building Your Empire podcast. Let's welcome to the show, Sophie Zollmann. All right, Sophie, you got a podcast. I mean, we're 2 minutes in. What do you think so far?
Oh, this is fun. Love the energy, love the vibe. It's really cool and lots of fun. And that's what it's all about, having fun and having conversations. None of this scripted and questions. And we're going to talk about this topic today and be boring and bleh.
And that is not my jive. I want to see you smile. I want to see you have a good time. Tell me about the things that you're doing out there. So let's start off with question number one.
What do you do?
So what is it that you do? What is it? How are you helping people grow and scale their businesses?
Well, first of all, I'm a certified social media and online business manager, and I've been doing this work for 20 years. And my team and I step into the business, partner with the owner, and take all the daily stuff off their plate. We come in, we're the all-in-one team. They don't have to lead or manage because we do that too. It's strategy, planning, bringing their vision to life with all the plans and people needed to get it done and make it happen.
All right. So you're going to come into a company. Does it specific to an industry, or are you kind of walking in and saying, all right, let's see what's going on here and what's the best foot forward?
I work a lot with coaches and consultants, especially in the business, life, health and wellness, and transformative coaching spaces. But I can do it for pretty much almost any online entrepreneur, or even certain brick and mortars that have a huge online presence with lots of online pieces and parts, or that can handle the remote working, which post-pandemic, everybody's working remotely now practically anyway. But yeah, I mean, we specialize with coaches and consultants, but we can work with just about anybody. I have a lawyer as one of my clients and another digital marketing agency as a client. So we really can do just about anything with anybody. The only industry and niches we don't work with would be like network marketing, affiliate marketing, and e-commerce. I have one very special e-commerce client, but she's it. She's my only one, and nobody else can step into that space with us.
That consultant and coaching space, there's so many people right now that are like, becoming life coaches or becoming business coaches. They're stepping away from that, maybe 10, 20, 30-year career in corporate America. And they're like, I'm done with this. Sayonara. I'm out. I'm doing my own thing. What's your experience been like as you kind of work through and talk to different coaches and consultants? What's the spectrum that you see in a coach, in a consultant?
Well, the ones we work with have reached a great level of success, either on their own or with a couple of, VAs or something like that. But, they've hit that like mid six-figure mark, and they're hungry for more. They're like, oh, I'm this close to $1 million, or I'm, ready to go there. But they're just so busy in the business, and they're frazzled. They're overwhelmed. They don't see their family very much. They're tired. They started this business to have that freedom, and they're chained to it and they're tired of it. And so it runs the gamut from the, oh my God, I'm sitting here doing it all alone and I can't stand it, to, well, I hired a VA, but it's just not enough. So we come in and we relieve all that stress and overwhelm and just see things that they can't see, and also let them produce and be productive and work whenever they want, however they want, but still achieve all the goals that they want to do in their business and in their life too.
What are some of those things that they get stuck in, right? So like everybody, you hear it all the time, working in your business versus working on your business. And we all fall trapped we start off being the only person in our business. And so we know how the process works, and we bring somebody on and they don't quite know. So we let them go. We find another VA. What is it that you're seeing with these guys on a consistent basis? Like, what are those, what the problems that they're falling into? And I guess I should probably just hit that, right? So where's my, all right, there it is, right?
Hey, we've got a problem here.
What problems are you solving there?
We are solving the problem of them trying to do it all themselves, both. And by that, I mean, not just doing it like, getting on social media and posting, or, doing a blog post. I mean, the strategy, the planning and management, and doling out the tasks and making sure things are getting done. It's literally the day-to-day details that is driving them crazy. We solve that problem because we get all of that off their plate. We take over the management, we take over the planning, we take over the project management in Asana or some, project management tool. And we put everything into systems. We organize the chaos. We get everybody on the same track, the same page, each person doing what is their genius, what they're good at, making sure that everything is getting implemented in a way that is most effective and efficient for the business and brings the best results too.
I remember we used to have this line at the beginning of our podcast that it was an Einstein line. I'm trying to remember right off the top of my head, because of course when I mention it, it like slips, right? But problems cannot be solved by the same level of thinking that created them, right? And so I'd imagine that you're working with consultants who are going through their day-to-day and don't realize some of the problems that they have, some of the processes and procedures that you can put in place, some of these systems that you can put in place, the automations that you can put in place that will save them so much time and energy, right? So, when you're talking about some of these systems, let's go with marketing, because you kind of mentioned that one, right? The social media stuff, and developing a strategy, a purpose behind the post, not just the post. Talk to me a little bit about a strategy and how it gets implemented.
So we look at what their goals are, what they need, what the purpose of being on social media, of blogging, of having a podcast, of the different things they're doing in the online marketing world. And what is the point? Are we growing your list? Are we building a community and a tribe? Are we trying to get your services, products, whatever out there? What are we trying to do? And then we build the strategy behind that. And usually it's a combination of many things, making sure they're getting visibility, because that is one of the biggest things for no matter what the goal is. You got to be visible, because Facebook and all them guys keep changing that algorithm and you keep getting lost in it and nobody sees your stuff. So we've got to be visible. We've got to get your message out there. We got to make sure you're speaking clearly, and that you're, what you do and how you solve problems for your clients is effectively communicated. And we've got to make sure, one of the biggest things about all the online marketing is it's not about sell, 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 sell. They want to get to know you as a person and a human being. They also want to understand your expertise, because you can't sell a thing if they don't know who you are, and if they don't understand that you are an expert in your field, whatever that may be. You could be, many things over the years on the internet have brought a lot of skepticism to people bringing their business to the online world, because there's a lot of scam artists out there. There's a lot of fake people out there. So it's really hard to just get out there and post stuff on social media. You actually got to be there and be a person and a human being. And you've got to go with the trends. And I don't mean the trends of okay, I'm on TikTok and I'm acting retarded because I'm on TikTok because everybody's supposed to be on TikTok. It's like, no, if that's not you, don't get on TikTok and act like a fool, because that will kill your business faster than anything. But it's going with the trends, meaning, what do you need to be putting out there that will catch people's attention? What are the hashtags you need to use to get found in those searches and get bumped up in the algorithm? There's a whole picture to all of this, and it all plays into getting people to know, like, and trust who you are, getting to know you, and getting yourself out there, getting visible, getting your bumped up in that algorithm, creating engagement, creating videos and lives and things that really speak to your people. So they go, oh my God, I need to talk to them because I have that problem and I need it solved, and I want to talk to them, and I want to work with them.
Now, you said, when you hop online, it's not about sell, sell, sell. And I'm going to disagree with you on that, only because it's not always sell, sell, sell your product or service, but you are selling yourself as a trustworthy individual. You're selling yourself as an expert in the space, or you're selling yourself as someone who brings value on a regular basis. And I think that's where you're talking strategy on what is the purpose of your content. Right? This is why you don't want to go on TikTok and do dances, especially if you're like me and have 2 left feet. You're going to look like an idiot. You don't want to do that sort of stuff. But the type of content that you put up has to be specific, and it is selling yourself, right? You are showing people that you show up. It's one of the reasons why at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every single day, Monday through Friday, I am on this podcast, hopefully talking to another entrepreneur where I get to learn lessons from what they're doing. But on the other side of that is my clients know that if I'm doing something wrong, if I'm not living up to what I said I was going to do, to the promises that I've made at the beginning of our interaction, you can hop on my live feed and you can trash me in the comments. You know where I'm going to be. There's a place where you can show up and I am going to be there. There's a trust factor that's being built in with the consistency of doing something with intent, with purpose. You agree?
I do agree with that. Yeah, you are selling yourself in the building your reputation, building that know, like, and trust factor. That is a selling process, but it's not going, hi, I'm Sophie Zollmann and you need my services, buy my services, book a call and buy right now because we're going to sell you whatever we want you to have, not what you need to have. We don't care about that. We're just going to give you stuff and sell you and make money off of you, and then we don't care of the rest.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, let's face it. We as individuals, we love to buy stuff, but we hate to be sold, right? Like there is a reason why we need something. And part of that is you're never gonna sell anything to anybody if nobody trusts you, right? You might have the best product that solves the best problems or the worst problems that your customer might have. But if they don't trust you, there's no way they're going to buy from you. And that's why that trust factor is so vitally important. So speaking of customers, let's talk about how you get some. How are people finding you, and why is it that people work with you?
Well, a lot of people find me, of course, on social media because that's where I'm at a lot of the time. But I also have built a huge network of friends, colleagues, clients, and past clients. And it's becoming more of a word of mouth and referral based business for me because the way I work and the type of clients I work with, it's a faster building of the know, like, and trust. If someone who knows me well says, hey, Joe, you need to go work with Sophie because I know her. She's really good at what she does and she will solve that problem you have. So Joe gets on that call with me and he says, oh my God, yes, you're the best thing next to sliced bread. Let's hire you. Let's do this because I need this, this, and this. And you do this, this, and this. And I don't have to go get it from you and them and them. It's all in one place. This is so amazing. But, I do get to know people on social media. I'm a social butterfly. I don't just get on there and post my stuff. I actually talk to people and engage with people and, have conversations with people both on my posts, but in like DMs and stuff too, because it's about being a person. Like I said, I practice what I preach. I talk, I interact, I engage, and I get to know people. And sometimes those are the people that refer people to me because they said, hey, I've been hanging out with her on social media for 6 months now, a year, whatever. She's amazing. You need to hire her. And so it's word of mouth, but it's through social media networking and all that and conversations.
Let's talk about word of mouth, because I'm a huge fan of word of mouth. If I can get everybody or all my business to come word of mouth, that I would, right? But it just doesn't always pan out that way. So what we love to do on the show is we create video testimonials, which I'll definitely ask you towards the end. However, that's what we do for customers as well, because it harnesses the power of that customer's enthusiasm, their excitement, you just had a great experience with us. We've done great things for you and your company, and we're doing amazing stuff. And if we can capture it on video, like all of a sudden, that's a powerful tool in and of itself. What do you think about video testimonials?
Those are crucial and key to any marketing strategy. Whenever you can get a client to get on video and sing your praises, you should do it. Next best thing, of course, is a written one. Testimonials, social proof of any kind is very, very key. My website has a whole page dedicated to testimonials, both video and written. And people get on social media and say, hey, Sophie's great. You need to go check her out, look her website, things like that. That social proof, those testimonials are very important, because that helps you build that know, like, and trust factor. And you're not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not going out there telling you how great I am, because I know I'm great, but
It's not as cool though, right? Like if you're telling everybody how awesome you are, you just sound conceited, right? Like
exactly.
Okay, I know you think you're all that, right? But if somebody else is saying it, it means a lot more. It goes further, right?
Absolutely, it does, because they're seeing people who have worked with you, who can speak to what you do, and when that they get it, because it's like, oh, well, if Jane Smith is, raving about Sophie, I need to talk to Sophie to see if she's a fit for me. I mean, because it can also have the other effect. It's like it's like, Sophie's this great business manager and this, and this. And then they come to me and they're like, I want to work with you. And it's like, I'm just getting started. It's like, no, we don't work with startups, because you don't have the funds and you're not ready to invest in an entire team. But I will send you to a VA or someone who can help you get started, those kinds of things, but you have that testimonial there. That social proof is so important, because other people, like you said, are saying Sophie is great, instead of Sophie saying Sophie is great, even though I am great.
Right? Well, here's the other side of that, right? So those video testimonials that are sitting on your website, or you can use them for social media, those are great for, acquiring new customers. But there's the cool thing about having the testimonials, and you're encouraging other people to share their stories or what their experiences were, is that oftentimes the people that they're sharing with are like them. Right. And so you want to be working with a specific type of client. And if you're getting testimonials and from those specific clients, they're going to share it with their friends who are oftentimes just like the client that you have. So let me ask you.
I am looking for qualities beyond the physical.
All right. What is your ideal client? Tell me some of those characteristics.
My ideal client is usually in their 40s and above. They are in business and have been for a while, and they are a coach or consultant or online entrepreneur who's doing things like courses, membership sites, those kinds of things. They are teaching people, helping people, impacting people's lives with what they do. And they are, a lot of times they're female. I will say that a lot of females are gravitate to me, but I do have a few male clients too. So I'm not particular there. But they've hit that mid 6-figure range, maybe even just barely touched 7 figures. But they're like, I am just dying to go farther, but I'm dying of trying to do all the work myself. And they're in that space where they're like, I need a team. Where do I get a team? How do I get a team? Oh my God, now I got to hire how many people, and what are the jobs, and what do they do? It's like, no, go to Sophie, because she's got all that covered for you all in one place. And so they're ready for that team. They're ready for the next step, and they're really ready to, one, let go. They're no more control freak, no more micromanagement. They're like, okay, I'm so done with this. I just want somebody to do it. I'm done. I want somebody to do it, period, end of story. And two, they're ready to invest in themselves and their business, because this is not an expense. This is an investment that's going to take you farther than you've ever gone before. And if that's really what you really want those multiple 7 figures and have a life at the same time, you're ready to invest in whatever it takes to get there. And this is investing in a team of people, whether it's mine or somebody else's, is truly golden for where you want to go.
Sophie, I feel like I've prepped you perfectly for my show, because exactly at this point, she's exactly right. Look, we're talking for, if you're going to work with Sophie, it's because you're already at that mid, 6-figure range, right? You've already exceeded that level, or you're ready to move to the next spot. But there's a lot of you out there who aren't there yet. And you know what you need to do? You need to watch this commercial. Do you need more customers? Worried about how you're going to pay your next bill? You need sales. I get it. Starting a business is tough. And one of the most difficult things to do in your business is to get customers. How do you get in front of those people? How do you get in front of your ideal customer? You do it through paid ads. Let us create the content for you, place it in front of the audience so that you get the work and your business does not fail. Failure is not an option. You have to succeed. And the only way you're going to do that is by getting more customers. Are you ready to grow your business? www.businessbros.biz. No more excuses. You know what you need to do. You need to get more customers. www.businessbros.biz so that you can get started getting new customers today. Woo! And that's the truth. You need more customers so you can get to that level, and then we can start relieving things from you. But it doesn't matter what the process is. Whatever you're looking for, find a mentor, somebody who's already doing it, somebody who's excelling at that thing that you want to do. You need more time. You need systems put in place. You need somebody who's already good at that. Just like Sophie. So Sophie, I got to ask you about your... Thank you so much. So when people want to work with you, when they find themselves at that spot, ready to move up, what's that process like?
Well, first of all, they book a call with me and we chat for about 30 to 45 minutes about where they are, where they want to go, what their pain points are, what's stopping them, what do they need to do that they're not doing and can't do. And then we work out whether or not we're a fit. And if we're a fit, then I present my package of choice to them. I have packages. It's a monthly retainer situation. You get X amount of things per package. And when we figure out where your best fit is, we bring you in at that package level. And then at any given time, you can go up and down through those packages, because as we all evolve, grow, and you make more money and you do more things, things change. You may need more services. We may need to bring in other people and downgrade services because we want a very specific thing over here that's not the person on my team, because that's the other thing is you don't just have my team. If there's other people we need to hire that aren't on my team, we do that. But I still manage them. I still take all that responsibility for you. It's not like, okay, you've got us over here, but you have to hire those 5 people over there too, and you have to worry about them. We manage everybody, my team, your team, anybody we need to bring in to make this happen. And so it's a 30-minute sales. It's a 30-minute call to figure out if we're a fit, if what we can do, if we can give you what you need and be that arm of support you need. And then from there, you get a little 48-hour fast action bonus that says, if you want to work with me and this package is what we say is right for you, we'll give you $1,000 off a month if you sign in 48 hours or less. Ooh. And that $1,000 off a month is good for a full 12 months of services with us. Whether or not you stay in that changing packages, if you scale up and get a new package that's higher, you still get $1,000 off that package.
Yeah.
So that's how we do it.
I feel it coming down right now. You see that? All the money.
I feel that money.
Making it rain. That's what you're doing.
More money, more money.
More money, more money. All right. So, as you're describing that, I love how you have that 40-minute consultation, right? And is it a good fit? Because at the end of the day, and this is what I tell every single customer that comes up, and when we're talking, same thing. I'm sitting and having a 30-minute conversation with somebody. Are we even a good fit? Because at the end of the day, what I tell my prospects is I only want to work with cool-ass people. And I'm sure you only want to work with people who jive with you as well. So at the very beginning, you're already discovering what is the problem that they're going through. What is their objective? What is their goal? And then you're just seeing, hey, look, we're either a good fit. We're either going to be able to solve that for you or we're not. And we can part ways at that point. But to have that discussion up front, to ask those difficult questions, because at the very beginning, there are difficult questions. We're going to ask you when we're trying to help you. We're going to ask you questions that are going to make you a little uncomfortable and kind of dig into your process. And it might feel like we're hurting your ego a little bit, but we're not. We're trying to get to the root of the problem so that we can solve it. Right, Sophie?
Absolutely, yes. It's about solving their problem in the most effective, efficient way that's going to get them the results they need. And it's going to take care of them. The relief they feel when we discover it's a fit, and it's like, all right, here's your problem. This is what you want. This is how we get there. We can get you there. This is the program. This is the cost. Oh, and in 48 hours, you get a discount. If you decide in 48 hours, you get a discount. Do you really want to be relieved of all the stress and all the overwhelm and all the craziness you've got going on right now? Or do you want to keep going down that rabbit hole of craziness? I mean, do you want to stay on the crazy train forever? Go for it. But if you want to get off that crazy train and have a great business and enjoy your life and all those things in between, then let's do this.
All right, Sophie, I am going to make this public. I think I'm going to steal your 48-hour thing here because, there's nothing worse than having a great presentation ready to go, and then we have hesitation, and that is some great incentive to do. So I think I'm going to drop the same thing. So I'm going to have you say it one more time.
I'm giving away free money.
It literally is. Tell one more time. What happens after the 40-minute consultation?
You get offered a package price that is $1,000 less per month for 12 months. If you decide and sign on the dotted line within 48 hours of that call, that's a $12,000 savings, y'all.
Ooh-wee. All right. Now it's time to recap. You ready?
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
Let's make them an offer. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Look, if you find yourself, you're a consultant, you're in business, you're at that mid 6 figures and you're ready to take your business to the next level, you need to go to sophiezo.com. Her team is going to help alleviate a lot of the stress that you have in your business so you can do the things that you want to do. Those dreams that you had when you first got into business, make them a reality. Find sophiezo.com and get that 40-minute consultation and check it out. If you're willing to work with you, she's going to save you $1,000 a month. No, yeah, that's with a comma and 3 zeros. $1,000 a month is what she's going to save you. So go to sophiezo.com, set up your consultation today. What do you think, Sophie?
Love it. That's awesome. You've got it in a nutshell. That's how it works. Go to the website. There's lots of buttons on the website for booking that call. Check us out, book the call, and we'll make it happen.
All right. So I asked you, I told you at the beginning that we're big on video testimonials. It's one of the businesses that we do for our customers. We love collecting video testimonials. You have a podcast. I'm sure you've been on a number of different podcasts. So what was your experience like on the Business Bros?
This was probably the most fun podcast I've been on to date. I love the energy, the vibe, and the plugging of both of us. And it's all very smooth and the conversation just keeps rolling along, having fun, talking about you guys, talking about me, talking about you guys, talking about me. I love it. It's been a blast. And I highly recommend anybody who wants to get on a podcast and have a blast. This is it. This is the one.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. We put in a lot of work. You're episode 891. If I hadn't gotten better at this point, I don't know what I would be doing anymore, right? You got to be consistent. You get better, a little bit better every day. The goal is, at the end of the day, my favorite villain of all time is the Joker. And one of his mottos is, if you got to go with a smile, right? No matter what you're doing in life, if you're going to be on a podcast, if you're going to talk business, if you're going to talk taxes, you got to do it with a smile. Because why not? The other choice is to do it with a frown. Not my style. We're doing it with a smile, right, Sophie?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, why did we get into this if we're not in it to have fun? And why does everybody have to be so serious? It's like, I'm the serious business person. No. I am the 80s pop rock Stevie Nicks witchy babe. That's who I am. And I can be that on this I can be it on any podcast, but it really fits into the vibe of this podcast. So I really love being here. And yeah, it's all about having fun. If you're going to be stuffy and stick in the mud and all that stuff, yeah, go about it.
Work that way. All right, ladies and gents, we had a great time. Sophie, before we head out, I know we said it a lot of times, but is there anything that I maybe didn't ask you that you wanted me to cover, or last final thoughts before we head out?
I just want to reiterate my podcast, Building Your Empire with Sophie Zoe. It's on all the platforms. I would love to have y'all come out there. You know what? I may need to get you on there, bro.
Let's do it.
You need to be a guest on my podcast too.
I will. No problem. And I'll bring the energy just like I do every single day.
You better, because I would kick you off if you didn't.
Well, you heard it, ladies and gents. It's Friday. You got energy. You're ready to rock and roll. One more time. SophieZoe.com. SophieZoe.com. If you're ready to take your business to that next level, schedule your appointment. 40-minute conversation. And then after that, $1,000 a month. You get to save. All right, ladies and gents, we'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back on Monday. Peace. And we're out.
Thank you for listening to the Business Bros Podcast. Are you looking to get more clients or to increase your income? Hernan, the business bro, can help you generate referrals through the power of podcasting. And James, the insurance bro with Pipeline Insurance, can help you effectively add insurance to your existing business. If you are ready to create wealth today and generational wealth for tomorrow, email businessbros@seeusfirst.com to schedule a free consultation, or join the Business Bros Network, www.businessbros.biz.